The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Only like to win, it's like a bad habit.
Chamberlain drives in.
Lost, see how that lasted.
Chamberlain with a putback.
Looking at the numbers, see who's
throws
hearing
over
it.
Muma. Open look
Watching
for
all the
three.
angle disappear.
Haley Muma drains
The
it.
picture, see how clear it is. I'm high quality, like I am Deej Experience. I'm way up, seems like I've been at the pyramids. Give me an opponent, and I promise I ain't fearing it. I got so much I can lose the game when I've been doing this. Why you see a mirror closer than I'm fearing it. Grinding and grinding, and then I put another gear in it. Driving and driving, but you don't have no one to steer ship. Back on the top,
Right,
you
sets it
half
up.
of my logic.
Time with a flip shot, and that was a thing of beauty.
Lock it up. Gotta get that leg freed up.
Back, you know it ain't luck, so pay up my respect. Don't reject the great
back.
nice. Better hang up the white flag if you fight back to your nameless. So tell me what the time say. Game time, why they think that they could ever outscore me, LeBron James. Just give me the ball, watch me.
Bolter knocks it down. He's going to come home with it. Nice throw and a good tag.
Oh, he got him.
Doing this for all my life.
Webb with it.
You don't want to waste my
Shot
time.
and a goal by the Beavers.
wanna
Finds the
test my
back corner.
grind, better get up next in line. The competition left to dry. They could never get in my mind. Please slow it down. I'm a beast on the ground. I'm unleashed for the crowd. Play me down. One man bend. I'ma run it back.
Down that sideline. Oh, there he goes. Into the open 50 and gaining momentum. And the Beavers are going to answer right back after Gerard tied it up. That was Will Allen.
Now they finally get a set block. Oh, and it's a face shoulder.
Oh my, Allison Sawyer, are you kidding me?
If I do fail, I don't have
Catches
none
an
to
arm
lose, so
right
I'ma
into a
go
chin
until I
headlock.
go to a new low. Still
The legs
leaving
worked
in,
in, and there's a
like
break.
I do.
This one driven to left. It's going to drop in. That's going to be a two-run single for Sadie Dine.
When I break it, it's for my pleasure, but I would never let you go take it. I'm kind of like that. I don't just write raps. You put the ball up, then I'ma spike that.
Oh my! Aubrey Chase! Looking.
Like a quarterback,
He's
I
going to go
take
deep
your
in the
crap
end
and
zone.
throw
Got
it
him in.
out.
Caught!
Go back and forth,
Touchdown!
just know
Marcus Lambert!
Good D.
Second passers, Chamberlain.
Down to 32 seconds.
Yetzer fires a three. Cans it.
No one will actually become as great as my team is, cause I got a team of some Hall of Fame players, not to mention Jesus.
Got it there.
Doing this for all my life. You don't want to waste my
Sadie
time.
Dine with a
If you want to
three-pointer,
test my
Scott.
grind,
She'll put
better
a
get
foot
up
to
next
it.
in
Coming to the
line.
middle. And Scholar with a header. And we're tied at
They can
one.
never get
Get
in
the
my
snap
mind.
away.
Please slow
And
it
it's going to be a
down. I'm
Savard.
on the
Recovered
ground.
by the
I'm
Beavers.
unleashed for the
Touchdown,
crowd.
touchdown.
Oh, man, bend, I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back.
Pushes it
Looking
up.
at a
Albert
champ,
with
I'ma
the
run
shot.
it back.
Got it.
Take the ball into my hands, I'ma
Pulling
run
on
it
the day.
back.
He'll take a
I'ma
three.
run it back.
He certainly will. Sawyer
Sawyer
beats us deep left field. That ball is out of here. A two-run dinger for Allison Sawyer.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd, and alongside me tonight with some wrestling action here in the West Gym is Jack Hasbrook. And historic night here tonight, Jack, as we get into our Box It and Lock It pregame show. And I don't know what that crackling noise is. If I have a short one of our wires somewhere or what it is, but we'll see if we can't get that corrected here.
It might just be on our end, too.
It might be. You don't. Well, yeah. Regardless, let's get into our Box It and Lock It pregame show here as we await the middle school team to come out, and they'll be first up on the program here tonight. Kind of go through that real quick here. It'll be middle school first against Conneaut, and then it'll be varsity girls in the historic first ever home match of their existence, and they will be wrestling Saegertown. And after that, we will go right into our varsity boys wrestling. And boys will be taking on Conneaut as well as middle school is taking on Conneaut. So a little break into action in between. We'll keep the camera going the whole time, but that is the agenda for tonight. Middle school, middle school girls, middle school girls, and then varsity. So we're just going to have it all here, and we'll do our best to get it going as quickly as we can here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So going through our other things here in our pregame show, we have the Snap Fitness of Corry's 3 Steps to Success, and we'll bring that right up on the screen here. First step, relax and enjoy. Don't get overwhelmed or get over-nerved. Relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy the momentous occasion here tonight.
Yeah, for the girls especially. I know there's a little bit of extra excitement, brand new sport added here, first ever home match in program history, so that's going to come with some built-in anxieties and excitement, but you got to just relax and enjoy the moment and appreciate the fact that you're part of something like this.
Well, second step, stay mentally focused. Too many times you see it in a wrestling match. Somebody scores a late point or gives up a late point in a period or gives up a bad takedown at the wrong spot on the mat. Just got to stay mentally focused here tonight. I know it's early in the season, second match for the boys, first match for the girls, but you just got to have that mental toughness, outwork your opponent, and it all starts between the lookers here tonight. You got to be mentally tough.
Yeah, in the first home match against Union City, we saw a couple of 7-point plays. And 7 points is a lot in these. So, that could change the momentum of a match on a dime. So you can't drop your focus at all, or next thing you know, you've given up a ton of points.
Well, and our third step to success tonight, we got to push the level, push your opponent, push the time, push the intensity, push the speed of the match, push, constantly be on the offense and looking for points.
Yeah, one thing I really liked from the Union City match was that the Beavers came out, every single one of them, and were wildly aggressive. Everyone who wrestled, I believe, started their match with a very quick takedown, and that really set the tone for the duel. And it's going to be very crucial for the Beavers to replicate that kind of aggression again.
Yeah, we seen it. It was kind of like a wash, rinse, repeat. Beaver gets an early takedown. Beaver wrestles from in front. And, not only did they wrestle from the front, but they wrestled hard on top. Didn't give up a lot of escapes. There was quite a few intentional escapes given up. But for the most part, it was early takedowns in the first period, and then the Beavers just continued to build on those early points and come away with a ton of victories as they built up a 54-0 advantage over Union City before Union City kind of got on the scoreboard there with a late forfeit and a good major decision with a tech fall to actually end up with an 11 points on the board. But a great opening match last week for the Beavers, and we look for much more of the same here tonight.
Yeah, and one thing I'm liking about the new point system is it leaves less room for error because now the points are building up quicker. If you give up too many errors, you're in major decision territory sooner. You're nearing tech fall sooner. So you've got to be alert the entire match and as quickly as you can. You can't not press the issue.
Right. So that's something I look forward to the Beavers doing here tonight as they go up against Conneaut is continue to work hard, continue to press forward, and it was a great showing. Talking about another great showing, the Beavers had a good showing down at the Penn Cambria tournament this past weekend. After the first couple 2-3 rounds, they were in first place, but ultimately they slipped down. I believe ended up in fifth place.
Yeah, fifth sounds right.
One second place, I think 1 5th place, and a bunch of 7th place finishes. So Beavers had a good showing down there, and a lot of good things came out of that tournament. As we had 6 guys in the semifinals. One of them made it through to the finals. That was Mason Savitz, ended up in second place. But then a lot of the other guys kind of fell through a little bit after the blood round there, and got knocked to the Consi side, and still ended up with some medals out of there, but some with good showing with some good medal count. But really, the Beavers were set up to do a little bit better than what they did, but can't snub it at being in 5th place out of 53 teams.
Yeah, if this first tournament and first duel are anything to go by, we're in for a really good season from these varsity Beavers.
Well, again, we're just waiting for the middle school to take the mat here and get things going. Again, it'll be middle school taking on Conneaut. Then we'll have a little bit of a break. Not much of a break, but we'll have a little bit of a break. And then the girls will be taking on Saegertown in their first home match, followed by another break. And then it'll be varsity action. So but pretty much the same coverage that we've had all year throughout the years, but a little bit different here with the added girls to the venue, and I'm looking forward to it, Jack. It's wrestling in the West Gym, and it's going to be a fun night.
Oh yeah, been seeing a lot of Conneaut lately. Of course, basketball just went down there yesterday. JV came away with a good win, but varsity dropped a tough one. Last second 3 by Conneaut, and they let a 20-plus point lead slip away from them. So. Hopefully they can rebound. I know they'll see Conneaut again. I think they'll see Conneaut again later in the year because they're a region matchup. So should get them again at home.
Should get them at home later, and we'll have to see how it goes. Got the Christmas tournaments coming up. So
yeah, we'll be here tomorrow and Saturday.
Well, speaking of boys, I'm going down to Oil City tomorrow to cover the boys along with Tim Jonkis, and I will be down there in Oil City doing the boys game. You and some of the other crew will be in the East Gym as the girls will be starting their Christmas tournament. And I believe that starts at 3:30 in the afternoon.
I think so. That's
for the girls. Right. And then again on Saturday at 3 o'clock, I believe. And
yeah.
I will be up for the Saturday edition of the Christmas tip-off tournament there. So that's what we have on store here. And we have another fun one coming up the day after Christmas on the 26th. The varsity team will be traveling down to McGuffey in Claysville, PA, to take on another state-ranked team in a team duel. It'll be JV and varsity only down there, but we will be bringing you the coverage for that. It'll be a 1 o'clock opening whistle for the varsity action there. But I'm going to be traveling down there to give that a cover, and I don't know what your plans are. I'm going to talk about it off the air about it, but you're more than welcome to come with me if you are so inclined to do so. But that will be something we'll have to talk about a little bit later.
Oh, yeah. And then the days immediately after that, basketball's got more tournaments. I think the boys have their home Christmas tournament those next 2 days, and the girls, I think, go to a Fairview tournament.
The ECL.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of action coming up here. And we're just kind of in a holding pattern here. I know it's pushing quarter till 6, but everything kind of gets pushed along here. They only send one set of PIAA officials, and they have to do all the weigh-ins of not only the middle school and the girls and the boys, but they have to come out and do the officiating on the mat. So they can't be in 2 spots at once. So it looks like I see the coaches for Conneaut over there going over with the middle school coach for the matches for tonight. So as soon as they get that put together, one of us will have to slip down there and take a picture of it so we kind of know what's going on for middle school there.
Oh, yeah.
So that about does it for our Box It and Lock It pregame show, Jack, as we're just kind of in a wait and see kind of mode here.
Luckily, we're good at running our mouths, so.
for the most part. But it's good to see the West Gym filling up with Beaver Nation as a historic time here tonight as Beavers open up their girls team hosting Saegertown. Saegertown wrestled earlier this week against LaBeouf. I believe it was on Tuesday, and LaBeouf got the victory there. So I'm sure Saegertown will be looking to be hungry for their first victory of the year. Saegertown's had a girls team for a couple, 2-3 years, I think. I don't know exactly how long, but I know they've had it for a couple years. So that girls sport of wrestling just seems to grow and grow year after year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's kind of a pattern we're seeing with girls sports everywhere. I mean, women's volleyball, I saw some stats on their viewership, and it was like up 158% from the year prior, I think ESPN said. So just women's sports on a whole seem to be blossoming right now.
I'm sure you've watched some of the NCAA tournament with the girls women's volleyball. Being a Pitt fan, they have a Pitt in the Final Four. Semifinals is tonight.
Yep.
5:30. Pitt.
6:30.
5:30 is what I saw. 5:30 was Pitt against Louisville, and then at 7:30 it was Penn State against Nebraska.
Yeah.
So
a lot of good volleyball in the state of Pennsylvania.
I tell you what, I caught some of the quarterfinal matches, and I was extremely impressed with the skill and ability and the hardness of with which the girls slammed the ball at one another. And I seen some of the highlights from Nebraska taking on. I know it was Wisconsin taking on Penn State, and I tell you what, some vicious swings in that match. And if you're into volleyball, those matches you don't want to miss.
Yeah, college volleyball is great, Dewey. I tell you, obviously I've had a little a bit of an easier time getting into it because my school has the top volleyball team in the country. But even outside of Pitt, college volleyball is just super exciting to watch. And really, it's the same thing with wrestling, too. There's just so much technical skill being put into these college matches, you know? Like, if you watch a Penn State wrestling match or a Pitt wrestling match or even Edinburgh, their wrestling team is D1. So it's just super exciting to see.
It's a good time for local sports and sports in general, as a lot of excitement. A lot of enthusiasm coming out of the sports arenas, and it's just fun to go out and support them locally as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We are very lucky to be in the state of Pennsylvania, where both of those sports are kind of like a hotbed here.
Well, they're taking the weights off the edge of the match, which means we're getting close to somebody coming out to take the mat. I do see the Saegertown girls team to our left, and they look like they're about ready to get going. But they're not up first on the agenda here tonight. We have middle school boys, and I have yet to see either team come out to do their warm-ups. So, Jack, I think we're just going to take a commercial break. And we'll be back as soon as we have some other news to talk about or to present. But it looks like we're just a few minutes away, so hang with us. We'll get into some of our sponsors and be back right after this.
Located at 1460 Scioto Road, the Corry American Legion Post 365 is open daily. They serve lunch on Wednesdays and Friday through Sunday. They also serve dinner daily. Stop in and grab a bucket of their famous Scioto Road chicken and check out their live entertainment lineup. Watch some NFL football with the Sunday Ticket and even enjoy the sports stream. Stop in today. The Corry American Legion Post 365 at 1460 Scioto Road, or give them a call at 814-663-1790.
Box It and Lock It offers indoor climate-controlled self-storage units and portable self-storage containers. With 3 locations in Clymer, Corry, and Jamestown, Box It and Lock It has a storage solution to meet your needs. Both of our indoor climate-controlled locations feature automatic motion sensor lighting, 24/7 video monitoring, online rentals and bill pay, phone app access to the facility, and 24/7 access via our high-tech keypad and kiosk rental systems. Box It and Lock It also offers portable self-storage containers that can be delivered to your front door or place of business. Let us bring the storage facility to you. Store on site at our location or have us move your container to a destination of your choice. Contact us today at 855-450-3990 and visit our website at www.boxitandlockit.com. Also, find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Bracken Funeral Home, located at 315 North Center Street, is proud to provide quality funeral and cremation services to the Corry area. They are honored to be able to assist families in their time of grief when the loss of a loved one occurs. The staff at Bracken Funeral Homes extends their compassionate and expertise in traditional, graveside, memorial, cremation, and pre-planning funeral services. Bracken's caring staff can also answer questions regarding Social Security benefits, insurances, veterans benefits, and grief counseling. For questions regarding further information, please call Bracken Funeral Home at 814-664-7735. Bracken Funeral Home. They listen, they advise, they support.
If you are carrying a balance on a high-interest credit card, it's time to switch cards and save. Transfer your balance to a Corry Federal Credit Union Visa Rewards card and enjoy 0% APR for 12 months while you earn reward points. Current card holders must have $500 or more in available credit. This offer is good through January 15th, so hurry into Corry Federal Credit Union today. Corry Federal Credit Union is located in Corry, Union City, and Spartansburg. Online at corryfcu.org. Some terms and conditions apply. Membership eligibility required. CFCU, federally insured by NCUA, equal housing lender.
Corry's only locally operated radio station is Channel 98.9. With your eerie weather, your favorite personalities.
Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday.
You see today local news, entertainment, and information around the clock. And Corry's modern rock. Channel 98.9, your one radio station.
The Corner Bar and Grills is conveniently located in downtown Corry, and the kitchen stays open until 10 p.m. to accommodate your schedule with late games and events. Can't make it to the game? Come watch it at the Corner, where they stream all the games. Cheer on your team while you enjoy our newly expanded menu of appetizers, salads, wings, burgers, and weekend specials. Their family-friendly dining features multiple dining options with their full menu available for dine-in, takeout, and easy online ordering. Don't feel like leaving the house? The Corner is Corry's only full-service restaurant available for delivery on DoorDash. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and check out their website at www.cornerbarcorry.com for updates on weekly events, live music, and daily specials. Stop in at the Corner tonight, where friends and family meet. Located at 3032 West Main Street, the Corry Central Labor Club supports all Corry athletics and the community all year long. They invite you to join today and be a part of the fellowship. For more information on the Corry Central Labor Club, visit them on Facebook or give them a call today at 814-663-3133.
There'll be a lot of things that didn't get accomplished if it wasn't for the Corry Community Foundation. They've just really been a driver behind improving the community.
3 of the organizations that I'm heavily involved with get assistance along with grants from the Corry Community Foundation.
Organizations know that they are backed up, that they have somewhere to go if necessary for their funds.
You don't have to be a millionaire. You can leave couple $100, you could leave a couple $1,000, you can leave whatever. When everybody pulls together, it makes a big difference.
Your money is long going to outlive you for the benefit and the good of the community. So by going through the Corry Community Foundation, it will ensure that our money gets put in the places we care about here within Corry.
Located at 14333 Main Street in Wattsburg, Corry Custom Machine specializes in CNC turning, CNC vertical machining, Swiss screw machining, and Brown and Sharp screw machines. Corry Custom Machine offers superior quality and precision parts demanded in today's industry. They invite your inquiries and look forward to the opportunity to provide you quality machine parts. Learn more today by visiting CorryCustomMachine.com.
We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to ask you about all the residents of your household, including Granny, who doesn't drive your car. We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to send you that ID card that you asked for while we were shopping at the grocery store. We're insurance agents. Of course, we drive around the neighborhoods looking at everybody's roofs and commenting on the trees that are going to fall in your neighbor's house. We're insurance agents. Of course, we ask you about your dog and what type of breed they are, and we listen to stories about how they only bit the mailman that one time. We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to walk around your house and take pictures of all sides, and then we're going to talk to you about installing a railing on your steps. We're insurance agents. Of course, we put road service on your policy, but we don't put it on our own. We're insurance agents. Of course we got boots on our back seat. We've got files galore. We've got paperwork. We've got a measuring tape, and we got briefcases. We're Team Rosbeck, and we're here to protect your family and your assets that you've accumulated all your life. That's why we're here to work hard for you. PS Personal Service.
With over 25 years of professional and complete land surveying experience, Corry J. Lambert can take care of all your surveying needs. Licensed in Pennsylvania and New York, Corry J. Lambert offers boundary, construction, flood elevation, and other specialized surveys. Get a quote today by giving them a call at 814-964-1196. And make sure to check their website out at www.cjlambertsurveying.com. Corry J. Lambert Surveying, 916 Blue-Eyed Road in Spring Creek. The Corry Manor has proudly served the Corry, Union City, and Clymer areas since 1980. Whether care is needed for a short period of time or you have decided to call the Corry Manor home, the Corry Manor is grateful you have chosen them. For over 50 years, the Corry Manor and their HCF family has maintained a tradition of caring by compassionately providing care for each of their residents and families like their own. For more information, give them a call today at 814-664-9606 or visit them online at www.corrymanor.com. The Corry Manor, a tradition of caring. Since 1945, Corry Manufacturing Company has been developing processes in the manufacturing of aircraft and gas turbine components. Their specialties are assemblies that supply air, water, fuel, and oil to the engine. Corry Manufacturing Company has been voted Best Manufacturing Employer in Corry with over 75 years of manufacturing excellence. They are currently hiring for all positions and would like you to come and join the team. Contact the Human Resources Office today at 814-664-9611. Corry Manufacturing Company would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in the 2024-25 season.
Welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd, and alongside me is Jack Hasbrook. As I tell you what, Jack, we have some exciting action here tonight as the boys are taking on Conneaut. The girls are wrestling Saegertown, and we are ready to get some action going here as Mr. Bailey out there on the mat for officiating here tonight, and we're ready to get this middle school match underway.
Oh, yeah.
First up is going to be Alex taking on Welsh. And I apologize, that's all the information that we have. Don't have a weight. Don't have anything other than that. And really the picture that we were given, I'm guessing that some of the names on the on the roster for tonight. So if I get the name wrong, I apologize for it up front, but we'll do what we can with what we've got.
We always do. Just getting through the typical PIAA spiel here.
Well, if it holds true for what we have, it looks like we have 10 matches of middle school tonight, Jack. So that's a full schedule for middle school as Conneaut comes in with a pretty good-sized roster, and everybody will be getting a match here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Always love to see that.
Corry being the home team, they're the green team, as we we'll say during wrestling critiques, as Alex comes out to take the mat, and he'll go up against Welsh. And we're ready to get this Fox Family Insurance opening match underway, and there we go, opening whistle. As he looks to tie up in the middle of the ring here, fighting things off. Break and cling, looking for wrist control. Continuing to work. He'll shoot across body shot. Trying to put that into a fireman's carry, unable to do so. And he'll look to get to it. Spins out of it. Gets square out front. Keeps those hips square. And good pressure down. And he'll pressure down on the head to try to get his opponent flipped over. And Alex needs to come around the corner. Has that head tucked in. He needs to keep working it over. And a roll through by Welch. And he'll give up the three-point takedown. Alex out in front, 3-0. As they go out of bounds, they'll reset on the starting block with Alex on top. 46 seconds to go here in the first period. Scoreboard that you see on the screen will be for the team score. I'll call out the individual matches as we move along here. Down to 35 seconds to go here, first period. Alex working on with an overhook and a tight gut, trying to work that into something. Welch is trying to have wrist control and pass it over. Unable to do much of anything there. Into a stand-up. Alex looking to return him. Going to go to a double leg here to try to get the return. They go into a stand-up, and they're going to go out of bounds. Alex going to be called for a stall. And that is a corner bar and grill stalling. Right back to action again here with 12 seconds to go, first period. Alex still out in front with that 3-0 lead on the early takedown here in the first period, and it looks like that's how this first period is going to come to a close with Alex out in front, 3-0. Alex defers to this third period. Welch is going to take down to start the second. Quickly underway again here. As again, Alex looks for that 2-on-1 underneath. Welch trying to stay in his base and work up to a stand-up. Continuing the hand fight there. Trying to get something worked in. Right back to that tight gut. Welch into a half stand-up there. Alex to keep him down onto the mat. Trying to get that coffee grinder going, and Welch is going to scooch out of bounds just as the hammerlock got put in. Welch will settle in on the starting block. Alex covers on top as we get going again. 55 seconds to go here in the second. Again, Alex looking for that wrist control. Welch trying to get into a stand-up. Alex down on the legs. He's going to have to work up from there. He can't stay on the legs. Continuing to work up. Welch got into a seated position, and Alex spun him right back around. trying to get that arm bar in on the near side. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Still no change in the score. Alex out in front 3-0. Still working with that 2-on-1 underneath, looking for a tilt maybe. Welch doing a good job of fighting it off. 10 seconds to go here in the second. Alex still out in front, 3-0. 3 seconds to go, and this period is going to come to a close with that score staying 3-0 in favor of Alex. Alex has choice, and he emphatically says, I'm going down to start the third. Welch to cover on top. Alex to a stand-up, quickly got returned back to the mat. Has his wrist freed, looking to get into that stand-up again. Welch trying to get that arm tucked in there with a 2-on-1 there. Unable to do anything with it. Continuing to work here up to a stand-up. And he'll spin around for a relevant church reversal, and the score is 5-0 in favor of Alex. 55 seconds to go here in the third. Alex right back to work on top. Has that leg turked as he goes to work on the arms. Welch working forward, close to going out of bounds. 35 seconds to go here. Alex trying to keep him in, and Welch is going to drag him out of bounds, so we'll have a restart with just under 34 seconds to go. Welch settles in on the starting block. Alex covers on top. Clean start. Good pressure forward from Alex, keeping his opponent down on the mat. Still trying to find a way to dig that arm out, unable to do so. Coming up on 15 seconds to go in the third. Alex with 3 points in the first, 2 in the second. Leads 5-0 here. I'm sorry, 2 in the third period to lead 5-0. 5 seconds to go here in the third. Welch to a stand-up. Alex returns him as the horn sounds, and Alex will get the victory, 5-0.
And that was some good fight from Alex there. He spent a lot of that keeping Welch down. So he to not give up even a single escape is quite impressive.
Yeah, rode out 2 full periods. There's just about. And here comes Cole Proper out for the Beavers. He'll take on Campbell. Ready to go in match number 2. Tapping on the head. Working into an ankle pick. And he'll look for a near side cradle. He has the 3-point takedown. Trying to stuff that into a cradle. And he'll turk the leg. Trying to get that nice and tight. Has it locked together. Just got to find a way to get him rolled to his back. Continuing to work. Campbell trying to grab a leg to keep from going all the way over. A minute to go here in the first. Campbell able to break the cradle, but Cole goes right to bundle in the arms and continues to work him over. And 3 near fall points being shown, so it is 6-0 in favor of Cole. 41 seconds to go here in the first. Cole continuing to work on top. Has that tight gut worked in with a wrist control. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Poking around for that far side cradle. 20 seconds to go now. Cole still working with some good pressure. Trying to find a way to get him rolled over. Has a half worked in now with wrist control. 7 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go. Reverses the half to the other side, but the period comes to a close with Cole out in front 6-0. Cole will take down after Campbell deferred to the third. Cole settles in on the starting blocks. Campbell will cover on top. Right into a stand-up. Campbell returns them. Cole continues to work his arms through, has an arm captured, and he'll score a relevant church reversal. And the referee holding 4 near fall points. And it's 12-0. Cole with a major decision on the board.
And just 3 off from a tech fall.
Yeah, he's been working those halves into that first period. He's coming right back with them again here in the second. Trying to get him with an arm bar, and has it worked in with wrist control underneath on that arm bar. 40 seconds to go here in the second. And the arm bar came off. Campbell did a good job of fighting that off. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Cole still with that wrist control and tight gut, trying to get him flipped over here. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Cole continuing to work with that 2-on-1 underneath. 10 seconds to go here in the second. Bumps the arm forward to flatten him out. Campbell stays in his referee's position. Continuing to work. As the period comes to a close, Cole out in front, 12-0. Campbell with choice. And he'll choose top, so Cole will have to go down to start the third. Cole scored 6 points in the first, 6 points in the second. He leads 12-0 here. Looking to score some bonus points for his team. Clean start right into a stand-up. Campbell puts him back down onto the mat. Cole continuing to work. Right back up to his feet. He'll face him and drive into him, and it's a relevant church reversal as Cole gets him down onto the mat. It's 14-0. One more point for the tech fall. Has a half worked in with wrist control. Gets him flipped over. And he needs to sink it in nice and tight, stay chest on chest, but Campbell's going to roll through. 4 more points, and it's a tech fall at 1:01 of the third. And that will make it 8-0 in favor of the Corry Beavers. As we move on to match number 3, Eddie coming out here for the Beavers, taking on Ravkin. Both guys in black singlets. Eddie has the orange headgear as we get underway here. Match number 3. Eddie taking his time, sizing his guy up. They'll lock together on a collar tie. Staying square, not to get out of position here. And Eddie almost used the fireman's carry there, unable to do so, but he's going to get the 3-point takedown. Looking for a hat, and now he goes to a full Nelson, and that's a no-no. 1 point for Ravkin. It's 3-1 in favor of Eddie.
Got to be careful there. I know it's exciting when you get him like that, but you can't.
It just shows his inexperience.
Yeah.
He's got to work on the mat time. And now we're going to have a corner bar and grill caution against Eddie, as you've got to let the bottom guy settle in on the starting block to get going. And Mr. Bailey did a good job of getting them reset. Eddie puts a half in, needs to work around and tee off on it. Still has that half worked in. Keeps that half worked in with tight gut, as he'll keep good pressure forward, trying to get him rolled over. 38 seconds to go here. He'll tuck the head in. And the referee holding 4 near fall points. I don't think you're going to get the pin that way, but he's going to get 4. Now he rolls him all the way over with that half. And he'll settle back in, chest on chest here, trying to get the pin. 21 seconds to go here in the first. It's 7-1. And there it is, a Bracken Funeral Home pin with 15 seconds to go in the first.
And Dewey, that was just impressive the way he got him completely on his back from that position.
He just showing some strength there as Eddie just kept that half buried in there and just muscled him over. Showing some good technique as well as we're on to match number 4, Taven against Shipton.
Really good start here for the middle school team.
Here we go. Pushing forward is Taven right into a single leg cross body shot. And he'll settle in there. Still with it. Needs to get the takedown. Nothing scored. We're still neutral. That was a nice shot, but Taven needs to finish it to make sure he gets his point. Now he does it again. Drives through it much better this time. And will score the 3-point takedown with an early lead here in the first. A minute to go in the first period. Taven looking to dump the head over or under. Now he'll work with wrist control underneath. Got a half on the far side, and he'll work that in nice and tight, slowly flipping her over. And there's another Bracken Funeral Home pin with 37 seconds to go in the first period. So very quickly here, Jack, after 2 back-to-back pins, the Beavers have opened up a 20-0 lead. On the mat, number 5, Logan. And I apologize, I'm going to butcher this name, but I believe it's Bennick.
Yep, someone just said it, Bennick.
Well, I didn't know if that was the right whatever, but here we go. A minute 30 up on the clock, period number 1, and we got another corner bar and grill caution against the Beaver, not on the starting block. Showing some inexperience here. Looking for a collar tie. Bennett shrugs it off, looking for a leg. She has the leg. She'll drag him back in. 2 arms on it, and a trip will put him down onto the mat. She'll wrestle from her front, goes right to the power half. Tee off and run it. There you go. She'll get him flipped. Logan fighting, and it's an early pin here. 1:02 to go in the first as Conneaut gets on the board with a Bracken Funeral Home pin of their own.
That was a good response there from Conneaut. We'll see if they can turn that into some momentum.
And it'll be Fabian coming out for the Beavers. As we're underway here, middle school action. Does an arm drag, try to get in behind, unable to do so. Josh stays square to her. Right back to the collar tie. Trying to get it off the back of her head here. Inside control is what you're looking for as she continues to work. A minute to go here in the first. We're scoreless. Beavers out in front 20-6 through 5 matches. 4 more to come after this one. As this has been a lively middle school action here so far tonight, Jack. Neither wrestler able to get the advantage early here. Both continuing to fight for wrist control. 38 seconds to go in the first. In on a front headlock, going to try and get the corner and get around. Continue to move your feet. He has her leg, but she needs to keep spinning into it. Continue to work. Push down on the head and keep that corner going. Now she has the arms freed up, and she'll try to settle in behind. 14 seconds to go. Has that leg Turk. He still has her leg, but she's got to find a way to continue to push the head down and work in behind. And finally, the 3-point takedown awarded to Fabian. And the first period is going to come to close with Fabian out in front, 3-0 on that late takedown. Hornt deferred to the third, and Fabian takes down to start the second. And we have caution on the Conneaut wrestler, not setting up on the start cleanly or appropriately. Fabian into a stand-up, back to a referee's position here. Minute 20 to go in the second. Up to her feet. Looking for a sit and switch there. Nothing there again. Continuing to have good movement on the bottom. Drops to a knee again. He works with a tight gut, trying to get her flattened out. She spins into it and scores a relevant church reversal. 5-0 in favor of Fabian. And she flips them all the way over. Got a 1 count, trying to put the half in. And it looks like she's going to get some near fall points here. As a referee is holding 4. She's continuing to work here to keep him flat on his back. He's going to be able to belly down. It's 9-0. Major decision on the board here for Fabian. 25 seconds to go here in the second. A little bit of a hard return there. As Fabian's looking for the half again on the near side. 13 to go here in the second. A little too far out front as she settles back in behind. He has the arm over the shoulder trying to drag it through as the second period comes to a close. Fabian out in front, 9-0. Hornick has choice, and he's going to go down to start the third. Fabian to cover on top. Clean start. Looking for an arm bar on the near side. Not able to get it. She gets him back down to the mat with that tight gut. Trying to Navy ride him over. Looking for the half. Gets the half worked in. Quickly tees off on it. And she's going to get 3 near fall points, making it 12-0. A minute to go here in the third. Continuing to work on top. Working with that tight gut. Trying to get a wrist to go with it. 47 seconds to go here in the third. Fabian with 3 points in the first, 6 in the second. 3 more here in the third as she leads 12-0. 35 seconds to go here in the third. She'll tip him over. Continuing to keep that arm. And now she'll put a half in. And there's 4 near fall points, and that'll be a tech fall with 24 seconds to go in the third.
Good response by the Beavers.
Makes it 25-6. Next up for the Beavers is Rod. He'll be taking on Miller. Winding the middle school action down here quickly. Some tall fellas for middle school. Underway again here. Continuing to work here. Both looking for the same things, neither one getting the advantage. Rod with some good movement here. Looking for that arm drag, nothing there. Continuing to work. Backs up, comes right back at it. Looking for that 2-on-1. He'll shoot in on a single leg. And he's going to look to stay square to his opponent. And his opponent's going to get in behind him on the corner with a 3-point takedown. Still with control. Rod looking to get out. 44 seconds to go in the first. Rod trails 3-0. Miller on top. And we have a technical violation against Miller. Locking hands will be called against him. 1 point for Rod, makes it 3-1. Rod will settle in on the starting blocks. Miller to cover on top. 31 seconds to go in the first. Rod to a stand-up. He's returned right to the mat. And again, locking hands called by the official in the next stop of action, and there it is. Another point for Rod. Technical violation against Miller. Second time this period. The next time it gets called, it'll be 2 points. 3-2. He lets him up. It's 3-3. 20 seconds to go in the first. Tied at 3. 15 seconds to go. In on a single leg. Trying to get the corner. 4 seconds to go. And we have potentially dangerous called with 2 seconds to go. We're still neutral. And we get going again. That's how the first period's going to come to a close. Rod and Miller tied at 3. Rod defers to the third. Miller going to take down to start the second. Rod covers. Right into a stand-up is Miller. Rod puts him back down to the mat. Looking for a 2-on-1 underneath there. Goes with a hip dump. Gets him flattened out. Right back with that tight gut, working close to the out of bounds. Trying to get him worked back in, and does. 1:05 to go here in the second. Tied at 3. Looking to get him down on the mat. Has a half worked in with wrist control. Got to tee off on that. Get him flattened out. Now tee off on it and run that. Right into a stand-up is Miller. And they're going to go out of bounds. No change in position. So Miller will have to go down on the restart. 46 seconds to go here in the second. Jack, I do believe the gym is about as full as it was for the afternoon assembly match.
Yeah, it's quite full in here now, Dewey.
And we're going to have locking hands against Rod this time, so that'll change the score. Miller back out in front, 4-3.
So a fair bit of technical errors in this match here.
Yeah, that's the third time for that. 36 seconds to go here in the second. Miller out in front, 4-3. Rod with that half worked in. He's going to have to tee off and run it. There you go. He has it. Continue to work it. 22 seconds to go here in the second. Finally gets him rolled over, close to the out of bounds. 4 points being held as they go out of bounds. Rod regains the lead, 7-4. A little bit of work to go here, Jack. And now we're going to have Corry Manor blood time here, as it looks like the Miller has sprung a leak from somewhere. Rod heads to his side of the mat, continuing to get some coaching from his coaches there. 16 seconds to go here in the second. Rod out in front, 7-4. As Beaver Nation continues to file in the West Gym here, Jack, on a historic night.
Yeah, there is not much sitting room left, Dewey.
Conneaut's corner does a job of getting the bleeding to stop. He'll cut the blood time as we're ready to get back to action here in the second period here. Rod out in front, 7-4. As Miller will go down on the starting blocks for this restart. And we have another Corner Bar and Grill's caution against Rod this time, as the official tells him how he needs to set up. Right into a stand-up is Miller. Rod puts him back down to the mat. 10 seconds to go. Right into a stand-up. He'll get the escape. It's 7-5. 4 seconds to go. Both guys shoot at the same time. Neither one gets it. And the second period comes to a close with Rod out in front, 7-5. And
we got ourselves a match here, Dewey.
yeah, Rod chooses down. And Miller lets them up immediately, so it'll be 8-5 as we start the third period. Miller a takedown away from tying this match up. Rod working. Spinning to his right. Miller dives in on a double leg. Nicely sprawled. And Rod settles in behind for another three-point takedown to make it 10-5. Still on the leg. Working up from there. 1:06 to go here in the third. He'll go with a near side cradle and dump him right over to his back. Official counting near fall points as he has them stacked up, and it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin with 56 seconds to go in the third.
Exciting match there, Dewey. I did not expect it to end in a pin.
Well, sometimes you get late in a match like that, and you just force the issue and take a chance, and you get stuck sometimes. And Rod got the stick. He gets the 6 points, and the Beavers have a 31-6 lead. As Devin comes out for the Beavers, he'll take on Boyle. Underway here, first period. Middle school action here tonight. Looks like middle school's going to get the victory here, Jack. Out in front 31-6 with 3 matches to go. It'd be tough for Conneaut to score enough to get ahead. And Devin takes care of business in the first period here, gets a 3-point takedown. And he's going to get hit with another technical violation here against the Beavers. Locking hands. Makes it 3-1. Boyle will still have to go down on the restart. Devin to cover on top. Right into his stand-up. Devin's going to have to return him. And he breaks clean for the escape, makes it 3-2. Devin out in front. Both guys looking for wrist control here. Square to one another. Tries a slide by, goes for a leg now. Devin laces through the legs to block. Gets him down onto the mat. He'll look to get around the corner, but you got to get that leg freed up. Looking for a hip dump. Now he finally gets the leg free and settles in behind with another 3-point takedown. Makes it 6-2. 25 seconds to go here in the first. Tons of scoring in this first period, Jack.
Oh, yeah. Tons of scoring throughout this match, or this entire duel, Dewey.
Working for the tight gut. Boyle in on a leg now. As Devin tries to go with a front headlock to get the shoulders tipped over. And the period's going to come to a close before any near fall points can be counted out. And that was a very busy first period. It's 6-2 after one complete. And another corner bar and grill stalling against the Beaver for playing with his laces on his shoes. Supposed to have them secured before you walk out onto the mat. Boyle takes down to start the second. Devin in with a tight gut, trying to get wrist control to go with it. Staying with him in good position. Back into a stand-up. Devin returns him back to the mat. 1:10 to go here in the second. Has a wrist on the near side. Got to work on getting that dug out. Unable to do so. Now he's looking for a half on that near side. 56 seconds to go. Has a half. Needs to jump over and tee off on that. Right back into a stand-up. They go out of bounds. Devin still in control. Boyle to be down on the restart with 46 seconds to go here in the second. Clean start this time. Boyle right into a stand-up. Devin puts him right back down to the mat. Tight gut. Gives that up. Boyle into a stand-up. Good pressure back, but doesn't finish the move as Devin has the arm tight into the side. Now he'll put a half in. He needs to settle back. He's a little high and gets the Bracken Funeral Home pin with 23 seconds to go in the second. And the Beaver train rolls on here, Jack, as they continue to pile up the points here and the victories. Match number 9 coming out is Aiden. He'll take on Haas. I think Aiden has a smile on the face as soon as he gets up in the morning until he falls asleep at night. Haas with a near side takedown. Looking for a half to go with it. Working underneath the arms, trying to keep the head down. Minute 10 to go, still looking for that half on the far side. Aiden trying to work up off the bottom, that half in deep. Haas has him rolled over, and it's an early pin. A Bracken Funeral Home pin with 58 seconds to go in the first. As Conneaut gets into double digits here, Jack. It's 37-12 with one match to go. Beavers are going to get the victory here tonight, middle school action. Caden coming out here for the Beavers. He'll take on Isaac Harper.
We've moved along at quite a brisk pace here, Dewey.
Yes, it took a while to get going, but Beavers doing a good job of working right through their opponents here. Caden looking for an exclamation point to this match. In on a single leg, dumps him to the floor. He'll wrestle from in front. Out in front, 3-0, looking for that half to get in. Harper up to his base. Caden flattens him back out. Now he goes to the near side cradle as he tries to muscle it together and lock it up. He rolls him over. And there's a Bracken Funeral Home pin for the Beavers with 46 seconds to go in the first. As the Beavers make good work of the Eagles, your final here in middle school action is 43-12. As the Beavers make a statement in middle school action.
Yeah, I tell you what, if the varsity Beavers all come out with the same kind of energy that middle school just did, then it's going to be a good night, Dewey.
Going to be a good night for wrestling. And we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll keep the camera rolling, but we'll reset the scoreboard and be back with the action as we will have the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups for the girls in just a bit. But we'll be back in just a little bit as well. So stay tuned, and we'll be back right after this.
The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Well, welcome on in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd. He's Jack Hasbrook. We're here in the West Gym, and we're ready for a historic night here tonight in Corry, Pennsylvania. First ever home match for the girls varsity wrestling team as we await for them to take the mat here tonight, Jack. And this is a very special night, as you can see throughout the stands here tonight. We got a packed gym here in the West Gym.
Yeah, absolutely slammed here. And how often do you get to witness the start of a brand new sports program at your school? I mean, this is pretty cool, you know.
Yes, it is. As all of Beaver Nation out in full force here tonight, bringing the cheer to the West Gym and the Corry girls varsity inaugural season. Saegertown in the house tonight as the Beavers take on the Panthers. And here come the girls to take the mat for the first time. A round of applause from the home stands as the Beavers will get into their warm-up. A lot of excitement about this team coming into the season, Jack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I was there at the meeting where they approved this, and it's been building up ever since, Dewey. This is pretty exciting.
Well, they start the program and just about a complete lineup for the Corry girls. Looks like there's 13 weight classes for them, and looks like the Beavers have a couple of repeats at some of the weight classes, but almost a complete lineup in their first year.
Yeah, you know, a great starting spot for a new program. You know, sometimes when these programs start, you don't get as much immediate participation because it's unfamiliar territory. But luckily, Corry is very much a sports town, and that problem did not occur here.
Well, it's one of those things where in wrestling, if you can have a full lineup, you put yourself in a good position to come away with victories in team duels because you run up against a school that doesn't have as strong of a lineup as what you have. You get some, excuse me, you get some easy victories.
Yeah, you know, it's critical to have as full a lineup as you can so that you do avoid those forfeits and get yourself in a hole. Luckily, that generally hasn't been a problem for Beavers wrestling, but
well, the first team duel for tonight here for the girls already been in action as they were down in the girls Hickory tournament a couple weeks ago. Did very well down there. I believe they ended up in second place.
Yes, I believe that's what I saw, second. Which is about as good a start for a new program as you could really ask for.
Second place or third, and they had second out at Penn Cambria. They had Penn Cambria. They were second out at Penn Cambria. And I forget how many schools was in that tournament over there. But a good showing there as they had just about that full lineup like we said. I believe they ended up in third at the Hickory one, but at Penn Cambria they took second.
I think you're right. I'm trying to see if this is...
Well, as you look that up, Jack, we're just continuing to watch the girls get warmed up here. And I do apologize. I'm not very acquainted with most of the girls on the team. I do know a few of them, but not nearly as connected to the girls program as I have been with the boys over the years. But, hey, it's still wrestling, and the moves stay the same. It's just we have the girls team now. So once we get things wrapped up with the girls, it'll be on with the boys varsity action. And it will be the Conneaut Eagles taking on the Corry Beavers after the girls match. Conneaut didn't have a girls team, so the girls team for the Corry Beavers got the Saegertown Panthers to come in, as the girls will circle it up in the middle of the mat and wrap up their warm-ups. And we'll get into the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups.
Oh, yeah, I found it. 2nd out of 17 teams.
2nd out of 17 at Penn Cambria.
Yep. And let's see if Hickory's on here anywhere. Third out of 14 in Hickory.
That's what I thought, so. Oh, welcome on in here, Beaver Nation, as we get ready to go. Girls will roll out of the middle and take their lineup on the far side of the mat. And we are ready for the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups, as the girls will line up on the edge of the mat, and we'll let the PA announcer take over. Saegertown has a forfeit at 100. And the Corry Beavers have Aubrey Tenney. 106. Finley Forsprings for the Beavers. At 112. Spencer. McKenna Williams for the Beavers. 118, Miss Beck. Lakeland Bale for the Beavers. 124, that's Sample. Lexi Lotta or Leah Mitchell. Forfeit at 130 for Saegertown. It'll be Lexi Lotta or Leah Mitchell again for the Beavers. 136 will be a forfeit for Saegertown. It'll be Coda Kuzma for the Beavers. $142, Ava Taylor. $148, Farrah Forsprings. 155, double forfeit at 155, so that doesn't hurt either team. 170 is a forfeit for the Beavers. 190 will be Mackenzie Doubt. And at 235, the Beavers are going to have a forfeit, and that will round out the lineup for the Beavers. And we're going to start at 124.
So Dewey, a couple forfeits for Saegertown in the lower weights and a couple for Corry in the higher weights. So every match will be very important.
Yes, it will, and it'll all come down to the bonus points, I believe. You're going to kind of keep your ears open for who comes out there, because we have a couple of different choices here for the Beavers in this first match. As we get ready to go here again, we will have the team score up on the scoreboard and the individual scoring in each match I will announce as we go along. If you have to, Jack, just leave the camera in a good position and go down to the scores table and find out who we have. Lexi Lotta. All right, so this is Lexi Lotta as we're underway in the first match. Looking for control here. Nothing sticking. Working with a collar tie here. Now she goes with a wrist control and head control, but nothing there. Both opponents doing the same thing. Looking for inside control. 1:20 to go in the first period. We're scoreless in match number 1. Weight class is 124. Continuing to work there. Try a cross body shot, nothing there. Right back to the collar tie. 1 minute to go here in the first. Still scoreless. Continuing to try to set that offense up. Works her head free. Has that collar tie. Underhooks worked in. 45 seconds to go in the first. Still nothing. Nothing going on here. Both working good on their feet. Trying to get the underhook worked in there. Under 30 seconds to go. There's a shot and a sprawl. As Lexi did a good job of staying out of trouble there. They're going to back their way out of bounds, and we're still scoreless with 23 seconds to go in the first. Continuing to use that whizzer to get out of trouble. Has that underhook worked in. Just can't seem to get it worked in with anything. 5 seconds to go. And the first period is going to come to a close with no score. Lexi defers to the third period. And Saegertown will take top to start the second. Lexi settles in on the starting blocks. A quick switch. Sit and switch, nothing there. And she'll have to work back up off the bottom here. Panther works her flat down onto the mat. Lexi's got to work up from the bottom. Starts by getting up to your base. 1:35 to go here in the second. Lotta working up from the bottom. 1:30 to go here in the second. Saegertown trying to get the arms underneath to get a half worked in. Lexi doing a good job of defending. Trying to get her feet freed up to get back up to her base. Trying to work a half in on the near side. Going with a power half now. Lexi trying to get back up to her referee's position. Under a minute to go in the second period. Corner bar and grill stalling on Lexi. As she continues to try to work up from the bottom. 44 seconds to go here in the second. Still no score. As she's ridden her the whole period here on top. Up to a referee's position, trying to work up from here. Trying to put the half in. Unable to do so. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Gets a half on the far side. Working with a power half. 13 seconds to go. Lexi's able to fight that off. 5 seconds to go here in the second. Still no score. Lexi has choice. I'd go neutral here.
Looks like she agrees.
Got to have a takedown here to get the victory. In with the underhooks. Trying to get wrist control. Leah trying to throw her. And she'll give up the three-point takedown. As Lexi's going to have to work up from the bottom, trailing 3-0 here in the third. 1:30 to go. Trying to bundle those arms together underneath to get Lexi flipped over. And Lotta does a good job of defending. 1:15 to go here in the third. Trying to work up from the bottom. Not giving up that wrist control, keeping her wrist out front. Slides up to a seat, and they're going to cut her free. It's 3-1. Got to be careful of a throw by here. Got to get back up to your feet. She does. 42 seconds to go. Right back to the underhooks. Lexi with a two-on-one, trying to work that into something. We're still neutral here with 30 seconds to go. Half shot there by Lexi. Down to one knee. Got to work back up to your feet. Go again here. 15 seconds to go. And we have a stalemate with 12 seconds to go.
Got to take a quick shot here.
Underway quickly. 10 seconds to go now. She powers in. Looking like for a bear hug. Trying to get the better advantage. And time expires. We're still neutral. And Saegertown's going to get the victory, 3-1.
Came right down to the wire.
Saegertown will get the early lead, 3-0 after the first match as we move up to weight class 130. And this should be Leah Mitchell coming out. Saegertown's not going to have anybody at 130. So that will give the Beavers the forfeit victory, and they'll take their first lead in the program, 6-3. Up to weight class 136. I believe that's Koda Kuzma.
And looks like this is going to be another forfeit.
Up to weight class 142. I believe this is going to be Ava Taylor. Or is this Coda?
I think this is Coda.
All right. The other one had to have been Ava Mitchell. I'm sorry, Ava Taylor. Weight class 142. Kuzma out there for the Beavers. In on a nice double leg. And she'll finish her working up the back and get the three-point takedown. As she'll settle in from on top and go to work. Trying to get her opponent flattened out onto the mat. 1:15 to go here in the first. Kuzma out in front, 3-0. Keeping good pressure forward, continuing to work. Had that leg Turk. Now we'll bundle the arms out front. You got to get her back down onto the mat, and does. Keep those arms bundled together. Now continue to work her over. Doing a nice job of keeping her down on the mat with just those arms bundled together. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Looking for the fall.
Long time to fight off your back.
Official holding 4 points. And there's the Bracken Funeral Home pin. 30 seconds to go in the first.
And the first of the program in a duel.
Now we're up to weight class 148. And this should be Farrah Forsprings. As the officials have the mat cleaned up just a little bit. Quickly in on a single leg is Forspring, trying to suck that in. Got to keep two hands on it. Work back up to your base and pull it in. Still trying to work with that leg. Did a nice job of getting up to her feet. Capture that leg, dump it over. Continue to circle into it. And she just hangs on to that leg, back down onto the mat. Keep the leg. Keep working with that leg. That's what your advantage is. You got to stay with it. Work up to your base. Continue to work on that knee and pull it in. 1:10 to go here in the first. Still no score. Beavers out in front, 18-3 in the team match. Or the team score, and we have a stalemate called by the official. 1 minute to go here in the first. Right back into the collar tie. Continuing to work in the middle of the ring. Trying to set something up. 45 seconds to go in the first. We're scoreless in this match. She'll try a head and arm throw, and now she's going to have to pull her head out and score. The three-point takedown is Forsprings. To the delight of the home crowd.
Rowdy bunch in here, Dewey.
Forsprings goes to work on top. And she's going to get called for locking hands. Now we have an escape for 1 point and 1 point technical violation. Makes it 3-2 in favor of Forspring. 2 seconds to go. And the time expires. Forspring leads 3-2 after one complete. Forspring has choice. She'll defer to the third. And the Panther will take top to start the second. Forsprings to go down. And we're underway right into a stand-up. And immediately, we're going to have a technical violation against the Panther. Locking hands called, makes it 4-2. No change in position. Forspring down on the restart. Saegertown to cover on top. Right back at it again, looking for a sit and switch. She has the leg. Got to continue to work towards it. Panther looking for a near side cradle here, gets her flattened out. Got to work back up to your base and does. Again, Saegertown flattens her back down to the mat. Right back up to her base again. Flattened out again. Worked up to her base. Panther with a half on the near side. That's in awful tight. 1:15. Slowly rolls her over. She rolled all the way through.
Wow.
And get a relevant church reversal. And they go out of bounds with an escape there. I believe we're tied at 5.
I think scoreboard says 5-4.
I know it says 5-4, but he gave her the escape. We should be tied at 5. Saegertown scored. 2-point near fall. A technical violation and the 1-point escape. So no, it is 5-4. It is correct. 5-4 in favor of Forspring. 33 seconds to go here in the second. Looking to bundle the arm together. 25 seconds to go now. Wouldn't be surprised if the official calls for a stalemate here. Neither one really advancing their position. And Forspring finally settles in behind for another 3-point takedown and gives up the immediate escape, makes it 8-5. Tries to shoot in on a leg as the period comes to a close. It's 8-5 after 2 complete in favor of Forspring. And she has choice for the third. And she is going to go down to start the third. Forspring settles in. Panther covers on top, and we're underway. Right into a stand-up, gets returned to the mat. Works back up to the referee's position. 1:40 to go in the third. Panther looking for the far side cradle. Forspring captures an arm and keeps control of it. And she got way out in front. Forspring unable to capture anything. Gets flattened back down onto the mat. 1:20 to go in the third. Forspring out in front, 8-5. No change in the score in this match. Back up to a stand-up, trying to put that half in. Has the half, rolls her over. Near fall points being counted. Continuing to fight off of her back. I believe the referee's holding 4, and that'll give Saegertown the 9-8 lead. 45 seconds to go here in the third. Need an escape to tie it up. 40 seconds to go. She has the wrist. Gave it up. Back up to the referee's position. 30 seconds to go. Looking for the half again. Gets it. Up to her base. Staying out of her bad position. Finally gets rolled over. 18 seconds to go. Referee holding 4. That'll make it 13-8. 5 seconds to go. And there's the pin.
With
Bracken Funeral Home pin with 0.1 seconds to go in the third. And that'll get Saegertown back on the board, making it at 18-9, advantage of the Beavers as we move up to weight class 155. And the Beavers have a forfeit at 155.
I think this is the one both teams have a
double forfeit at 155.
I think so. I think this was the one that both teams were forfeited. And nobody's coming out for either side.
That's a double forfeit at 155, so nobody gets any points for that. We'll move up to weight class 170. Saegertown has the wrestler at 170. And the Beavers have nobody, so it'll be a forfeit to Saegertown. And that's going to tighten things up here, Jack.
Yes, it will.
As that'll make it 18-15 in favor of the Beavers as they move up to weight class 190. And it should be Mackenzie Doubt for the Beavers. And Saegertown has one as well. And we're underway in the first period in a close match here. Doubt looking for some control. Looking for an arm drag, trying to pull her in with that. 1:40 to go here in the first. No score. Snaps her down to the mat, gets an early takedown here. And the Panther will wrestle from in front, 3-0. Trying to work a power half in here. Doubt trying to fight that off. Panther continuing to focus on it. Doubt trying to get out. Gets her all the way over. She rolls all the way through. Good job there. She's going to give up 4 near fall points. It's 7-0 in favor of the Panther. Trying to work up from the bottom. 45 seconds to go here in the first. Back up to the referee's position. With wrist control there. Her opponent trying to flatten her out on the mat with under 30 seconds to go here in the first. Still trying to push forward to get her flattened out onto the mat. Finally got her flattened out, goes right with that power half again. 6 seconds to go. 3 seconds. Doubt doing a good job of fighting it off. The period comes to a close. Doubt trailing 7-0. Doubt defers to the third. Saegertown takes top to start the second. Underway. Pressure forward from the Panther, trying to get her flattened out onto the mat, and does. If I was her, I'd be looking for that power half again. It worked well in the first period 2 different times. Was able to score off of it once. Doubt's got to work up from the bottom. And she'll go right back with that power half. Got to get that half in further than that. Doubt does a good job with wrist control underneath to prevent that power half. A minute 15 to go here in the second. Dow's got to get teed up or get up to her base here as that back pressure is lessened there. Panther pushing forward, trying to get her rolled over. She'll go to a near side cradle. And there's the Bracken Funeral Home pin as she had her wrapped up. 51 seconds to go in the second. And Saegertown takes the lead 21-18. And it's going to get worse for the Beavers because they don't have anybody at weight class 235. That'll be another forfeit. And that'll move it up to 27-18. And then we will flip the weight class over to 100. Start over again. 4 more matches to go here.
Well, the good news for the Beavers is I do believe Saegertown has a couple forfeits in the lower weights to make up these upper weight forfeits.
Well, it'll be Aubrey Tenney coming out for the Beavers. And it's a forfeit for Saegertown. Getting the Beavers back to within 3 as they move up to 106. It'll be Finley Four-Springs coming out for the Beavers. Very talented wrestler. As she's done well at the boys level. Quickly in on a double leg here. And she'll finish it and wrestle from in front with a 3-0 takedown. 10 seconds into the match. As she'll look for a power half herself here as she works on top. Looking for wrist control underneath there. Four-Springs working good on top. Trying to get underneath the arm to get a half worked in. Looking to get a leg worked in here. A minute 15 to go here in the first. Four-Spring out in front, 3-0. Looking for the power half on the near side. Nothing there. Right back to that tight gut. Trying to get a 2-on-1 underneath there. A minute to go here in the first. Four-Spring with the arm bar worked in. Wrist control with it. She'll come around the head. Get her flipped over. Settle back in with it. Goes to reverse the head. Scoop the head in a reverse headlock. And there's the Bracken Funeral Home pin. 44 seconds to go in the first.
And the Beavers have retaken the lead, Dewey.
27-30. And a back and forth affair here as we move up to 112. And this should be McKenna Williams for the Beavers. Underway here quickly in on a single leg, nothing there. Right back up to her feet, driving forward. Unable to get anything there. They're still in bounds, and they slide out of bounds. We're still neutral. Again, right back at it. Trying to get that top collar tie to work in on a double leg. The Panther sprawls hard to get out of it. Williams stays with it. Down to the mat they go. Back up to their feet. Panther focusing in on the legs of Williams, trying to get the advantage. Back up to their feet all the way. We're still neutral. And we have an official timeout. We'll reset and start again with a minute 15 to go in the first. No score in this match. Beavers with a win here in this bout, Jack, and slam the door shut. Right into the collar tie, a minute to go here in the first. No score. Pretty even match here so far. Neither wrestler getting any takedowns. Nice double leg again, and Williams is going to skate around the corner and get the 3-point takedown. 43 seconds to go in the first. Williams working on the head. Trying to get her flattened out onto the mat. 30 seconds to go here in the first. McKenna out in front, 3-0. Working with a tight gut. Trying to work that in with the wrist. Bundles the arm underneath, trying to get a 2-on-1. 15 seconds to go. Panther able to get her arm back free. 7 seconds to go. And the first period is going to come to a close with Williams out in front, 3-0. Panther defers to the third. Williams has choice. And she's going to go down to start the second. One more match to go in this duel. Clean start in the second period. 2-on-1 underneath there for the Panther. Looking for the far side cradle. Nothing there. Williams does a good job of fighting it off, getting it up to her feet. She'll give up the spladle. They roll through. No near fall points counted. A minute 35 to go here in the second. Pushing back into it, still trying to get that spladle in. And there's a 2 count. She'll get some near fall points. 2 near fall points awarded, makes it 3-2. Williams got to get up to her base. Work up off the bottom here. A minute to go here in the second. Again, looking for that spladle. Williams gets to a seated position, able to fight that off. 50 seconds to go here in the second. Coming up on 40 seconds to go. Williams back up to her base. Looking for wrist control into a stand-up. .25 seconds to go here. She has a chance to score a reversal. Got to hook the leg and get her other leg free. Continue to work into it. Crossface series that. And she'll settle in behind with a relevant church reversal, making it 5-2. 7 seconds to go here in the second. Each wrestler able to score 2 points and unable to score any near fall points as the period comes to a close. Williams out in front, 5-2.
And we got another tight match on our hands.
An exciting match here. Williams goes down to start the third. Looking for wrist control. Has her flattened out onto the mat here. Got to work up from the bottom here. A minute 40 to go in the third. Williams back up to her base. Gets flattened back down. A minute 25 to go here in the third. Williams back up to her base. Looking for a wrist or an ankle to work with. Nothing there. A minute 12 to go in the third. Williams out in front, 5-2. Back up to her base. Looking for the spladle, the Panther is. Getting a little high. Rolled all the way through there, 50 seconds to go. Still with wrist control. And she'll lock arms and flatten out onto the mat. 40 seconds to go. And we have a stalemate called with 36 seconds to go. Williams back on the starting block in a down position. Panther covers on top. Up to her feet, faces her opponent. Unable to get her over. 20 seconds to go here in the third. Williams in the down position, but leading 5-2.
Crowd really getting into it.
10 seconds to go now. Corner Bar and Grill stalling against Williams. 3 seconds to go. Williams is going to get the victory, 5-2. And this one isn't closed yet. Oh. Saegertown within 6. It'll all come down to weight class 118, Jack. Lake and Bale coming out for the Beavers. Saegertown needing a Bracken Funeral Home pin to tie it at 33. Anything short of that would put us to criteria. Bale wins this, the Beavers win the match. Bale loses anything but a pin, the Beavers still win the match. Lakin looking for an advantage. Nothing there. 1:40 to go here in the first. Scoreless. Try to slide by shoot, nothing there. Looking for wrist control. Neither one giving it up here in the middle. Continuing to fight for wrist control. 1:20 to go. Both wrestlers staying square to one another. Still no score here. 1:15 to go. Trying to bundle the arms together there. 2-on-1 to snap her down to the mat. In on a single leg. Has a single leg. Picking it up. Both on a single leg. Lakeland trying to pull it in. 50 seconds to go in the first, no score. She swings her down to the mat. She gets the 3-point takedown. Lakin out in front, 3-0. 40 seconds to go in the first. Got to find a way to get her flattened out. She's looking for a half, and they go out of bounds. Lakeland still in control. 34 seconds to go here in the first. Panther settles in on the starting block. Bale covers on top. Right into a stand-up. She'll give up the escape. It's 3-1. 25 seconds to go in the first. Trying to snap down. Nothing there. 15 seconds to go. Both wrestlers looking for wrist control, neither one able to get anything. 3 seconds to go here in the first. And the period's going to come to a close with Bale out in front, 3-1. Bale has choice, and she chooses neutral to start the second. Panther looking for a 2-on-1 on the arm. Bale looking to do a duck under. Panther down on a single leg. Bale trying to fight it off as she continues to push forward. Stay in behind, hook in behind. She has a leg. She'll pop her head out and take the lead 4-3. A minute 18 to go here in the second. Has an arm hook. Bale slides through, rolls all the way through. She's going to give up 4 near fall points. Kind of has their arms interlocked with one another. Nothing been signaled to the table yet. And there it is, makes it 7-4 in favor of the Panthers. 8-4, 8-3. 8-3 in favor of the Panther. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Bale called for stalling. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Panther with a half worked in again. Trying to get her rolled over. 20 seconds to go. And there's the Bracken Funeral Home pin. 16 seconds to go in the second. And Jack, we are tied at 33.
Yeah, the one thing that couldn't happen happened.
So they will go to criteria to determine the winner of this duel. And what the criteria is, I don't know if it's bonus points or if it's technical violations or what the first criteria is, but they're going to have to decide who gets the victory here. Tied 33-33 in circumstance.
Right.
As the coaches will come to the score table as well. It goes to criteria to see who gets the bonus or gets the victory here tonight. Hard fought by both teams.
Absolutely. I think there were a couple extra forfeits for Corry, 1 or 2 more.
Beavers had 2 forfeits. Saegertown had 3.
Okay.
So they're talking it over what the criteria are. They've got a rule book out. They're going through that. And due to the criteria, it looks like Saegertown is going to get the victory 34-33. Due to criteria, heartbreaking way to lose the first match, but a nice fight by the Beavers. And they will look to improve and get better. And we're going to take a little bit of a break here, Jack. Get ready for varsity action as the boys take on Conneaut. Be back in just a bit.
The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Well, welcome to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd. He's Jack Hasbrook. We're here in the West Gym, and it's time for varsity boys wrestling here tonight as the lights are starting to go out and we await for the Beavers to come take the mat. I'd like to welcome you all in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream on a fun historical night here as we just witnessed the girls' first varsity duel of their existence, dropping a heartbreaker to Saegertown 34-33 as it went to criteria, tied at 33 at the end of the duel, and Saegertown getting the victory in criteria. And here come the boys out onto the mat. Corry Tradition, the Corry Kids Wrestling Program, leading the varsity team out there, honorary captains, helping out on the mat here tonight, keeping them well connected with the varsity program. Quite a few years the Beavers have been doing that.
Oh yeah, always a good thing to see. It's the kind of thing that really gets the young kids into the sport of wrestling, and what gives Corry such a good feeder program that keeps the team so consistently good.
Keeps them connected, keeps them involved, gives them something to shoot for, and it's always fun to see them out there.
Absolutely.
Well, Jack, let's get right into our Box It and Lock It pregame show. Talk about a few things here. First and foremost, Snap Fitness, steps to success. We went over this in the middle school. We're keeping it the same here for the varsity action. First step, relax and enjoy.
Yep, only so many home duels. You're off to as good a start of season as you could ask for, near enough. So just relax and enjoy the moment, and don't let the nerves take over.
Yeah, second step, stay mentally focused. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You just got to be mentally tough. Be aware of the clock. Be aware of where you're at on the mat. Use everything to your advantage, and just keep pushing forward.
Yep, those. If you lose focus for even 1 second, next thing you know, you could be giving up a 6 or 7 point play, and things get a lot tougher after that. So good. You got to keep your mind in check at all times.
And our third step to success here tonight, you got to push the level. Push it. Push the pace. Push your opponent. Just keep pushing forward. Don't give anything up. Just keep pushing forward.
Yep, that is exactly what was so successful for them against Union City in the tournament in their first home duel. The assembly duel, and with most Beavers starting out their match with a big takedown, and things ended well for them in that. So you got to try and replicate that kind of aggression tonight.
Absolutely. The statistics don't lie, and usually the person that scores the first takedown, it's a big swing in the positive. That person that gets the early takedown usually comes away with the victory in the meet. So you got to find a way to score early. It's also an advantage if you get into bonus time. If you are the one that scores the first point in the match, you get choice in overtime. So it's always imperative that you score the first points of the match. As the Beavers continue to warm up here, we have another thing to go over here, Jack, and that is our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Wrestler of the Night, Mason Savitz. Senior on the team, good leadership, coming off a big second-place finish down at the Penn Cambria tournament. 53 teams down there. Beavers ended up in 5th place, but I'm choosing Mason Savitz as our Spotlight Wrestler tonight.
Yep, great pick. He, of course, in the assembly duel, he had the match of the night, I believe.
Against Applequist.
Yeah, against Applequist. Really big win there for him. And, of course, that great showing down in Penn Cambria. I know there was some controversy with his loss. Some people thought he was cheated out of 6 or more points. But those things happen. Second place is nothing to scoff at, so look for a big showing tonight from him.
See if he can stay mentally tough and rebound from that and have a good performance here tonight as the Beavers in their second home duel of the year. And they look to continue to crank out the W's here tonight. And we're going to get right into our J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups. A little bit of injury or sickness bug biting the Beavers here tonight, so going to have a few holes in the lineup, more so than we're accustomed to.
Yeah, they a little bit of a I don't know if it's a stomach bug or just a virus or what, but starting in the Penn Cambria tournament, some of the guys had a little bit of issues, and apparently that's carried over into tonight.
Goodwill for Conneaut at 107. Watson and Logan Willis is a forfeit tonight because he's out sick as well. I'm confused by that. I didn't think we had.
Me too.
Well, we'll have to see as we move along here with tonight. Carson Braswell at 133. Boy, whole lineup at 139.
Yeah, a lot of possibilities. And another whole slew of Beavers.
Well, the Beavers with a strong roster this year. Oh, we got Cooper Hodak there and Lamech Albers at 160. Mason Savitz at 172 and a forfeit for Conneaut.
Happened again.
Bam Nickerson at 189, forfeited by Conneaut. Cal Albers at 215. And 285 is going to be Owen Nickerson. And 285 is the weight class we're going to start at here tonight, Jack. Well, we'll have to see how things go as they will meet in the middle here with the captains. And we're just about ready to get things going here with the boys varsity action. Again, 285. 285 brought to us by Fork and Barrel Library Bar and Grill. So it's we start with the heavyweight, and then we roll right over to 107. So we'll look for Conneaut to get out in front here pretty early. Hopefully the Beavers can get a victory in the first match of the night, and then absorb some of the forfeits that we have, and roll right into our meat of our lineup.
Yeah, gonna need a big pin here to compensate for the 2 or 3 forfeits incoming. So we'll see what Owen can do.
Again, 285 brought to us by Fork and Barrel Library Bar and Grill. As we're ready to get things going in the Fox Family Insurance opening match. As we await for Owen to pull the singlet straps over the shoulder and get out here. As he will lead the charge of the Beavers here in the opening match, again brought to us by Fox Family Insurance. Owen Nickerson. as we're ready to get things started here. Both guys looking for that collar tie. They'll push together. Owen doesn't usually chase very often. Junior on the team as he looks to have control in the middle. Continuing to work forward. 1:40 to go in the first period. We're scoreless here. Just underway. Looking for a single leg there. It was there, but they go out of bounds. We're still neutral as his opponent dove away from him there. 1:25 to go here in the first. Owen looking for the advantage. Hasn't found a kink in the armor quite yet. Goes back to beating on the cranium. Trying to get the advantage. Working on the inside tie. Continuing to work forward. Down to 1 minute to go here in the first. Still no score. Swipes at a leg. Nothing there. Continues to work the head. Right back at it again. Trying to set up a shot here. Swings at a leg. Still nothing there as they work in the middle. 45 seconds to go in the first. Still scoreless. Looking to get around behind. He'll put him down to the mat. Owen's going to wrestle from in front with a 3-point takedown. 36 seconds to go in the first. He'll look for a power half. He has the half. Has it worked in. He's going to tee it off. He flips him over. Bundles the arms together. And sinks it in tight. Trying to, here's a Bracken Funeral Home pin. 19 seconds to go in the first. And that's a big, big victory for the Beavers. Giving us 3 bonus points. And on the board, 6-0. As we will roll over to weight class 107. Brought to us by J.H. Napa Auto Parts. It'll be a forfeit for the Beavers. And we're going to be quickly tied 6-6. 114 is also going to be a forfeit. And just like that, the 6-point advantage is going to disappear. Oh, they didn't have anybody at 114. Double forfeit.
Wow. And we are going to get a 121 match.
So we'll stay tied 6-6.
All right, then.
And is this Logan Willis? At 121, brought
Looks
to us
like
by Crossroads Fellowship. Logan Willis, or is this Owen Anderson? Spins into it, gets a leg, stands up with it, and he'll dump her back down to the mat. And the Beaver will wrestle from in front as he gets a 3-point takedown. Gets an arm bar worked in. Along with that tight gut. She tries a roll through. Beaver stays with him. But he's going to give it up and give up a relevant church reversal. It's 3-2. As they go out of bounds, Beaver down on the restart, leading 3-2. Underneath the leg, come underneath the leg, not on top. Spins into it, elevate the leg, and he'll continue to work into it. Continue to work into it. Continue to spin around the corner, get that point, get your get your score. Now you're going to have to work right off the bottom again. 45 seconds to go in the first. Anderson out in front, 3-2. And now there's a relevant church reversal, making it 5-2. Has the leg worked in. Trying to dig an arm out there and get it rolled over here. 18 seconds to go in the first. Comes to the near side, nothing there. Still trying to get her flattened out. unable to get any kind of advantage here. 2 seconds to go. And the period comes to a close with Anderson out in front, 5-2. Anderson chooses down after the Eagle deferred to the third. Trying to get up off the bottom here. Anderson will cover on the bottom as we get going here into a stand-up. Got to watch that leg, potentially dangerous, called by the official. Again, Anderson down on the restart. He's out in front, 5-2 right now. Optional start, she cuts him loose at 6-2. Looking to use an arm drag. Anderson trying to get that arm freed up. Working close to the out of bounds. Tries to catch her as she comes in with the double underhooks. And he'll give up the takedown. It's 6-5. As she'll look to bundle the arms to get him rolled over. He fights it off as she'll go to work on top now. He's captured a leg. He needs to elevate that leg, get both arms in on it. 55 seconds to go here in the second. And he'll step over and score a relevant church reversal, making it 8-5. He has the arms bundled together, but she fights it off by hanging on to a leg. 33 seconds to go here in the second. Anderson a little bit out front. Has the arms bundled together. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Looking for near falls. Still in control, but no near fall points. Close to being out of bounds, still with control. Still has it worked in, and the period's going to come to a close with Anderson out in front, 8-5. And the Eagle chooses neutral to start the third. Right into an arm drag. Still with that arm drag, trying to get it to corner. She'll go to a double leg now. And he tried to hip over it. And she's going to settle in behind. We're tied at 8. A minute 25 to go. Trying to elevate that leg. Looking to come out the back door now. A minute 15 to go here in the third. 8-8 is the score. Anderson gets his legs freed up. You need to elevate your hips. Scores a relevant church reversal. And he's able to score some near fall points here as he regains the lead, 10-8. Official holding 4 near fall points. 45 seconds to go here in the third. Now he's awarding 3 near fall points. I thought it was 4, but it was just 3. 13-8 is the score. 30 seconds to go here in the third. And we have a corner bar and grill stalling it against Anderson. 13-8 is his lead with 28 seconds to go here in the third. Good cover. 25 seconds to go. Anderson working on top here. Puts a leg in. 12 seconds to go. Trying to get her rolled over here. 6 seconds to go. Time expires with 2 near fall points, making it 15-8, just shy of a major decision.
But points nonetheless.
Points nonetheless. As they move up to weight class 127, brought to us by Lake Erie Appliance. It should be Stephen Willis, seeing him for the first time this year. Coming out with a heavy wrap on his right shoulder. Ready to get things moving here. Beavers able to weather the storm of forfeits as Willis is in on a 3-point takedown. He'll wrestle from in front as they go out of bounds. Willis looking pretty good for his first action here tonight, Jack. Not really surprised by that. Willis likes his wrestling. 1:35 to go here in the first. Steven out in front, 3-0, gets the arm bar worked in. They go into a stand-up and they go out of bounds. Close to the out of bounds, but whistled for potentially dangerous. And the Eagle will go down for the restart. 1:33 to go in the first period. Willis out in front, 3-0. Another clean start, looking for an ankle pick. Good control around the midsection. Flips him over him onto the mat. Has a leg worked in. Willis working strongly on top here. Trying to get his opponent flattened out. As he'll try to get that hammerlock worked into the middle of the back. But the Eagle, good job of getting back up to his referee's position. 1 minute to go here in the first. Willis again works a leg in. Far side half, trying to get that worked in. Nothing doing. 45 seconds to go here in the first. Now Willis gets the half in on the far side. Trying to get it worked in with something else. Getting a little high. Has wrist control with a half. Trying to get the guy flipped over. And unable to do so. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Willis rolls them around close to the out of bounds. And they get whistled for being out of bounds. 16 seconds to go. And this is where the mental toughness comes in, Jack. You got to battle through these last 16 seconds. You haven't given up the escape. Continue to ride your opponent hard for the remainder of the period here.
Yep.
It makes a statement for going forward into the second and third period. Willis with an arm bar on the near side. Half on the far side. Rolls ahead under. And potentially dangerous, called immediately by the official. 7 seconds to go in the period. Willis continues to cover on top, working hard here. Again, goes after that near ankle. First period's going to come to a close with Steven out in front, 3-0. He'll defer to the third. And the Eagle chooses neutral to start the second. Good movement. Willis fakes a shot. Another half-hearted shot there. Good hard shot there for a cross-body shot, nothing there. Stays square to his opponent and prevents the takedown as they are working close to the out of bounds. Both guys with a whizzer worked in here, trying not to give anything up as they both step out of bounds. Now we stay neutral. 1:34 to go here in the second. Clean start, neutral position here. Coming up on a minute 20 to go here in the second. Half-hearted shot across the body. Willis kind of catches him as he comes through. And he'll look to dump him over. And there's a Merkel. As Willis will get another three-point takedown there. His lead is 6-0 now. Again, Willis working with that Merkel, trying to get him rolled over from there. Trying to get him stretched out. 50 seconds to go, and he'll give up a relevant Church reversal. It's 6-2. Let's see what Willis can do from the bottom here. Trying to get back up to his base. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Willis out in front, 6-2. Up to his feet. Gets to a seated position. 30 seconds to go. Blocks the far side cradle. Continuing to try to work up from the bottom here. Gets to his referee's position. 15 seconds to go here in the second. Gets him flattened back down onto the mat. Oh, he has a half in on the far side. 7 seconds to go. Just unable to get him worked over as the period comes to a close. Willis out in front 6-2 after 2 periods complete. Willis has choice for the third period. He's going to go down to start the third. Right into a stand-up. Brought right back to the mat. Eagle trying to pull that arm in for a 2-on-1. Puts a leg in. Trying to work his arm into a bundle. Trying to work that crossface series in. Unable to get anything going. Willis up to his base. A minute 30 to go here in the third. Has that leg worked in, looking for a spladle. Nothing going on. As Willis gets called for a corner bar and grill stalling, got to work up off the bottom. A minute 12 to go here in the third. Willis out in front, 6-2. Eagle continues to work underneath the arms, get into a stand-up. Heel trips him back to the mat. A minute to go. Has a half worked in with wrist control. Gonna try to walk around out front. Willis does a good job of fighting that off. Back up to his a stand. Another leg trip. Gets him flattened back down onto the mat. 40 seconds to go. Willis back up to his base. To his seat. 30 seconds to go. Willis reaches over for her leg. 20 seconds to go here in the third. He'll look to elevate that leg and does. Spins into him. That's a relevant Church reversal. It's 8-2. Willis continuing to work from on top here. As the third period winds down, he's going to get the victory. 8-2 is the final. And that will push the Beavers' lead up to 12-6.
Good first match coming back from injury. Still got that shoulder super wrapped. So, about as good a start as you could ask for coming back.
Looked pretty good in that first period, and it looked like he ran out of gas a little bit in that second and third period. Got some things to work on, but he'll get there. Up to weight class 133. Brought to us by Corry Central Labor Club. Carson Braswell. Carson comes out for the Beavers. See what he can do here. In on a nice double leg. Dumps him right to his back. Scoops the head. Puts him in a very compromised position here. He'll settle in from behind and have a 7-0 lead. Has that leg Turk looking to dig the arm out. Possible guillotine move here. 1:30 to go in the first period. Trying to work his arm free. Looking for wrist control to go with that leg. Finally gets that arm bundled underneath. Has him rolled over. 3 near fall points being awarded. Should be 10-0. And again, 4 near fall points being added on. It's 14-0 with 54 seconds to go here in the first. The technician at work with an arm bar. Rolls him over again. And there's the tech fall with 41 seconds to go in the first.
Wow.
18-0.
Wow.
Give the Beavers another victory and a couple more bonus points. And the lead is now 17-6 as we move up to weight class 139, brought to us by Corry Community Foundation. And here comes Marcus Meredith for the Beavers. Quickly forward is Marcus. And again, a quick stop to the action as the headgear popped off the Eagle player. Marcus will settle back in on the starting block. Going right back to that collar tie, nothing there. Swings him down with an ankle pick. And guess what? Marcus is going to wrestle from in front with a 3-point takedown, looking for the power half on the near side. Working close to the out of bounds, he'll switch to the other side with the half. Nothing there. He'll settle back in and work from on top. 1:30 to go in the first period. Marcus out in front, 3-0. Armbar on the near side. He works them back in bounds. Rolls them all the way through. No near fall points awarded as they'll tilt them over here. One toe in bounds. That's all you need as Marcus keeps them there. And he'll get 4 near fall points to make it 7-0. Marcus will wait and cover on top. 1:06 to go here in the first. Out in front, 7-0. Again, working with that arm bar on the near side. Trying to get it sunk in nice and tight. 50 seconds to go here in the first. Has it. Far wrist control to go with it. Marcus looking to sit through as he continues to work it over. Referee holding 4 more near fall points. He'll show his hands and get the near fall points awarded. It's 11-0. And again, right through an arm bar, rolls him through, puts him right to his back again. 25 seconds to go. 4 more near fall points, and it's a 15-0 tech fall for the Beavers. 25 seconds to go in the first period. And we're up at 145. That'd be Will Allen for the Beavers. Brought to us by Ross Becker Insurance Group. And the Beavers starting to hit the meat of their lineup here, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a caution on red. Corner bar and grill caution as Will quickly in on a single leg. Heel trip, dumps him right onto the mat, right to his back. A 3-point takedown.
To start the match. Stop me if you've heard that before.
And Will goes to work with a leg looking for the spladle. He'll switch to the arm. Arm pops free. Will stays with the leg and goes back to work on top. He'll push through for the far shoulder to get it rolled over. His opponent does a good job of staying belly down. 1:20 to go here in the first. Goes back to work on bundling those arms together. Gets the shoulders rolled over with that leg turked high in the air. Continuing to try to work that over. He'll release the hold. He'll get 2 near fall points. It's 5-0. Back to work with a power half. On the far side, he'll tee that off. Chest on chest. The Eagle bridges to avoid. Fighting through, 43 seconds to go. Long time to fight off your back. Will let it go and settle in behind. 4 more near fall points. It's 9-0. Leg turked in. Goes back to work on top. 30 seconds to go. Gets him rolled over. Not far enough for near fall. 20 seconds to go. Continuing to work with that leg. Holding him over. Official holding 3 near fall points. 7 seconds to go. It's 12-0. And it looks like that's how the first period's going to come to close with Allen out in front, 12-0. Conneaut with choice. They'll defer to the third. Allen takes on top. He was very dominant on top in that first period. 3 more near fall points, and it'd be a tech fall. Quickly tucks the arm in with an arm bar with control underneath, and he'll roll him over. Got to get a little bit more to get the near fall points to be counted. And there it is. Referee holding 4, and he'll stop it at 1:43 of the second. Another tech fall, 16-0 in favor of Will Allen. And that is 3 tech falls in a row, Jack.
I was just about to say, 3 straight.
As the Beavers starting to run away with this one, leading by 21. Up to 152. Carney and Ruth is our sponsor as Cody Proper comes out for the Beavers. Quickly into a collar tie with the underhooks in. Looking for a Merkel here. Gets the standing Merkel. Back to the mat they go. Cody will wrestle from in front, 3-0. Getting a little high, and he'll give up a relevant church reversal. It's 3-2. Back to work on the bottom here. 1:20 to go in the first. Cody up to his referee's position. Headhunting a little there. Unable to get it. Eagle puts a leg in here with 1 minute to go in this first period. Cody out in front slimly, 3-2. He'll capture a double leg takedown here as he tries to drive into it. 45 seconds to go here in the first. Trying to lock up the near side cradle. Proper fighting it off. Gets into a seated position at the out of bounds. And he's going to score a relevant church reversal to go up 5-2 with 27 seconds to go. And they'll settle out of bounds with 21 seconds to go. Proper out in front, 5-2. Cody settles in on top here. Looking for an arm bar on the far side. Half on the other. Trying to get it worked in, unable to do so. 7 seconds to go here in the first. Eagle gets to a stand-up. Proper stays with him. As the first period comes to a close, Proper out in front 5-2. Proper defers to the third. And the Eagle will take down to start the second. Cody covers on top. It's a clean start. It's a slow start. Cody with a leg worked in. Trying to get something to go with it. A little tick high. Has that half worked in. Now he'll give up that half to go to work on the far arm. 1:30 to go here in the second. I'll work that into a guillotine. And he'll slowly, ever so slowly, roll him over, exposing those back blades to the mat. Got a 2 count. Official holding 2 near fall points. And the official calls it 2 near fall points, a stalemate. It's 7-2. No change in position. The Eagle to go down on the restart. 1 minute to go here in the second. Cody out in front 7-2. Again, another slow start off the restart. Neither wrestler trying to give up anything off the initial restart there. 45 seconds to go here in the second. Proper out in front 7-2. Has a leg worked in. Trying to get something else to go with it. 35 seconds to go here in the second. Cody staying right with him. Has a half worked in. Trying to get his opponent rolled over. Good and tight in there. So he has those arms kind of bundled together out front. 7 seconds to go here in the second. And the period's going to come to a close with Proper out in front, 7-2. And Proper chooses down to start the third. Cody, a little bit of a faster start here, but not much. As they both try to work something off of this start. 1:45 to go in the third. Cody will capture the head, pop his head out, and he'll get a relevant church reversal and the Bracken Funeral Home pin at 1:37 of the third.
Goes to show you how fast matches can change on a dime.
And that was Cody Proper's 100th victory in his high school career.
What a way to do it.
Congratulations, Cody. Savitz and Allen holding the banner as Proper joins the 100 Club. Up to 160. Brought to us by K&E Surveyors. And it looks like it'll be Lamech Albers coming out for the Beavers at 160. And we're underway here. Into a collar tie here, trying to work it into something. 1:45 to go in the first. They break clean. We're still neutral. No score, first period. 1:30 to go. Lamberkin on a double leg. Working close to the out of bounds. Picks him up, puts him down to the mat. A quick roll through. Prevents any near fall points as Albers will wrestle from in front, 3-0. Armbar worked in, rolled him over, holding them there. And there's a full set of near fall points that will be awarded. And it is 7-0. Right back to work on top. Goes to that arm bar. Rolls him over again. 50 seconds to go here in the first. 4 more near fall points being awarded. It's 11-0. Albers will regroup again with another 2-on-1 there. 35 seconds to go. Rolls him over. Not able to get it. And there it is. 30 seconds to go in the first. It's another tech fall. First period. 15-0. And that will all but seal the victory here tonight for the Beavers as they continue to rattle them home.
Fourth tech fall, right?
Yeah, fourth tech fall out of 5 bouts with a pin sandwiched in between the last 2. Mason Savitz comes out for 172, our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Wrestler tonight. Corry Custom Machines, our sponsor at 172, and it's a forfeit. And that will push the Beavers over the 40 mark. As we move up to 189, brought to us by Knapp's Butcher Block. Landon Bam Nickerson. And he'll receive the forfeit as well, as this is turning into a runaway. And we're quickly up to the last match of the night. 2:15, brought to us by UTEG's Body Shop. It's Cale Albers. As he goes at it here with a tall fella in a collar tie, trying to get the advantage. Continuing to work hard. Banging and clanging away. Both guys trying to get the advantage. A lot of arms and elbows flailing away in there. 1:30 to go. Albers heavy on the head there. Head and arm trying to drag his opponent down to the mat. And he'll push him forward and settle in behind with a 3-point takedown. Working on the near side leg. As he'll pick that leg up, reverse heel trip, unable to get it. Got it there that time. Lost control. It's a 1-point escape. It's 3-1. We're neutral. Just under a minute to go here in the first. Albers working with the underhooks in. Now they'll reverse it as he comes up on top with the underhook. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Cale out in front, 3-1. Continuing to work here. Cale will back up into the middle of the mat. 25 seconds to go. Continuing to press forward at the out of bounds. Cale backs up into the middle of the mat. 10 seconds to go in the first. Cale up 3-1. Underhook in. Looking to score late here. And the first period comes to a close with Cale out in front 3-1. Cale has choice. He's going to go down to start the second. I've always liked that move in wrestling. You got choice. You go down to start the second. No deferring. You just make your opponent work for it. Kale up to a stand-up. He'll square up to his opponent. Looking to get the arms freed off of his legs to get the escape. And there it is. It's 4-1 now. Kale in on a near side cradle. He'll snap him down to the mat and settle in behind. Got to get that leg freed up to get the 3-point takedown, and there it is. It's 7-1. Kale goes to work on top. Kale still with something in there with control. Dumps him up and around. Still on top. Somehow didn't give up the relevant church reversal. Looking to get the hammer lock in. 55 seconds to go here in the second. Looking to bundle the arms together. Looks like both wrestlers just trying to regroup here a little bit. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Kale with a 7-1 lead. Looking for a power half here. Has it in deep. 30 seconds to go. Eagle gets up to his base. $15 seconds to go here in the second. Kale continuing to work on top, trying to get something worked in here. Period's going to come to a close with Kale out in front, 7-1. Eagle has choice for the third. He chooses neutral. Clean start to the third period. Kale snaps him down, captures a leg on the way through. And there's a Bracken Funeral Home pin, 147 of the third. And the Beavers finish it off with a bang. Your final here tonight, 56-6. As the Beavers win this one going away, never trailing. As they really racked up the bonus points there. Kale got a kind of quick pin there and caught him in the third period there, Jack. Let's get right into our P2 Paving postgame report. Hand out a few awards and wrap things up.
Oh, yeah.
First and foremost, our Healthy Smiles of Corry offensive play.
This might not be what you have, but in Lamek's match, when they were going out of bounds, I really liked the moment where he picked him up, walked him back into the ring, and then threw him down.
Absolutely. Good call there. How about our Erie County Community College defensive play?
Oh, that's got to be in our last match, somehow avoiding that reversal and then flipping him right back around on his own head.
Yeah, that was a nice move there by Kale, not giving up the reversal, getting the Erie County Community College defensive play of the match. And then we have our play